From News Channel 15, winner of the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for the nation's best community college TV station, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Peach. Here's a look at what's going on. A vehicle crashed into a house in Carmi on Monday night. WRUL says it happened at the corner of Burrell and Stewart Streets. A 17-year-old driver from Carmi was cited for failing to reduce speed to avoid an accident. And fortunately, there were no injuries despite two people being in the home at the time. Police say power was turned off at the home and the vehicle, which had become stuck, would eventually be towed. That accident remains under investigation. The Lawrence County Sheriff's Department on Tuesday arrested 38-year-old Joshua Bach of rural Sumner for domestic battery. They also arrested 26-year-old Deanna Stifle of Lawrenceville for an out-of-county warrant. She was also charged with unlawful possession of meth, according to WAKO. The White County Sheriff's Office reports that Erica Rose was arrested after deputies responded to the report of someone climbing a ladder through a window into a home. Rose was found inside and charged with criminal trespass and criminal damage to property. Back on Sunday, Carmi police arrested two sisters after an altercation. It happened on Herbert Street, and both Serena Dunn and Starlet Dunn were taken into custody and charged with domestic battery. And Friday, 40-year-old David Newman of Carmi was arrested for failing to appear and for resisting a peace officer. He was arrested at 6th and Sycamore Streets in Carmi. WRUL also reports that on Sunday, Carmi police arrested 53-year-old Cecilia McKinney of Carmi for criminal trespass after allegedly being found at the Angie's Wash and Fold on 5th Street. Meanwhile, police have a suspect's name after 22-year-old Jeremiah Helton told Carmi police his 87 light blue Plymouth Reliant was stolen. That incident is under investigation. 21-year-old Alex Hamilton of Carmi was arrested after an accident. He was taken for treatment of injuries to Deaconess Midtown Hospital in Evansville and was charged with DUI and reckless driving, improper classification of license, failing to reduce speed to avoid an accident, and improper lane usage. And finally, a safety detail was conducted throughout White County by all White County area law enforcement. 21 traffic stops were conducted. 4 individuals were arrested for active warrants. Joseph Abel for failing to appear and driving while suspended or revoked. Justin Nelson for violating an order of protection. Isaiah Deem failing to appear on a charge of operating a vehicle with suspended or revoked registration. And Joshua Dodson for battery or domestic battery. The Illinois Department of Public Health has put the final nail in the coffin for the Mount Carmel City Pool. WSJD says at Monday's City Council meeting, Mayor Joe Judge reported that an IDPH investigator visited the pool on Friday, and his findings were as expected, as the pool was hit with 4 critical violations, which Judge says the current pool cannot overcome, meaning it's been open for the last time. The City Council is looking to replace the pool with an $8.2 million aquatic center to be built on the pool's current site along Park Road. City voters, though, in November will decide on a property tax referendum to help fund a portion of that pool's costs. Judge says that the referendum is only asking for $3.5 million of the $8 million price tag. Why to go to referendum? Judge says it's important for your voice to be heard. The city continues to pursue grant opportunities as they come up, and a naming rights campaign will look to help offset the difference between the cost and the $3.5 million referendum if it's approved. Meanwhile, WSJD is also reporting that the Mount Carmel City Council has announced an auction next month for the city's parcels of farmland. The auction to lease the farm ground near Motorrad and the airport in Lawrence County is set for September 3rd at noon. The current farm leases expire at the end of 2024. WRUL reports that at Tuesday's Carmi Council meeting, the council discussed an ordinance to prohibit parking on the east side of 5th Street from Stewart to Sycamore. Police Chief Jason Carter noted that since parking returned there to both sides a few years ago, officers have handled several accidents in the area, noting that during school time it's especially dangerous. The council tabled action to consider the matter and discuss with homeowners that would be impacted. Meanwhile, Chief Carter introduced Grant Levins, who's joining the Carmi Police Department, bringing it back to full strength. The Grayville native, who's 25, will head for training in early September and expected to hit the streets to patrol after the 16-week academy. WRUL also reports that at Tuesday's McLeansboro City Council meeting, they approved the fiscal year 23 audit. Meanwhile, the city will meet with Hamilton County officials to discuss a retail strategies proposal to consider a second TIF district. The council renewed liquor licenses in the city, and the new canine officer will start training at the academy September 2nd. The police department also received an $8,200 grant from the state attorney general for automatic license plate readers. Regarding camping in the city parks, it was decided to align an ordinance with current practice, and an ordinance on raffles and poker runs will contain charging a fee for that license. WRUL also reports the Carmi School Board, Carmi-White County School Board, met Monday, passing the fiscal year 2025 tentative budget, approval expected next month. The district will consider a proposal from Edgewood LTD to donate Lot 7 in the West Division of their new development for a future building trades project. Repairs to the roof at Lincoln School should be finished this week, and in personnel, Chrisanne Weinbrecht has retired as a special ed classroom aide at Brownsville. Ashley French was reassigned from assistant to head cook at Lincoln, replacing Leanna Cruz, who resigned. Cole Carter was hired as a high school business teacher, replacing Jessica Flanagan, who resigned, and Travis Black resigned as 7th grade basketball coach. WSEI reports the Jasper County Board met last week in Newton, hearing an update on the Jasper County Courthouse project, noting that site restrictions, bubble diagrams, and conceptual ideas have been worked on, with a floor plan coming by the end of October. The board heard an update from the County Highway Department, noting about 75% of oiling in townships has been complete. Around 18 miles of county roads are left to oil. Plus, construction work on both the West Liberty Road project and Fox Township Bridge project just west of 130 will begin after Labor Day. The board heard a positive ambulance service report, noting a new ambulance should arrive by the end of the week. Noted also the repairs to the courthouse roof above the circuit clerk's office are complete, and the County of Jasper City of Newton website has been launched and is available for use. You can visit cityofnewtonil.com or jaspercountyil.com. The board also noted that as of late last week, 75% of 2023 real estate taxes have been collected. The board took no action on establishing a public safety tax in Jasper County. The City of Olney has announced that the portion of South Whittle Avenue from North Avenue to South Avenue will be closed to all traffic through tomorrow as work continues to relate to that Whittle Avenue Railroad crossing project. Motorists advised to obey the barricades and use an alternate route of travel. Meanwhile, eastbound Interstate 64 from Ashley Centralia exit to exit 73 at the I-57 split in Mount Vernon will be closed next Thursday at 7 p.m. and reopening Friday, August 30th at 6 a.m. The closure is for pavement patching and bridge deck patching. Eastbound traffic will divert onto US 51 South to Illinois 15 East to I-57. The entrance-exit entrance ramps at the Woodlawn exit will also be closed at that time. More to come. Weather is next, and then sports. We'll be right back.
Did you know Wabash General Hospital has a community garden? Our garden is open to anyone and everyone. Stop by and pick your fresh produce. The garden includes many herbs, cherry tomatoes, green peppers, zucchini, and more. The Wabash General Hospital Community Garden is located behind the WGH General Surgery and WGH Primary Care College Drive office, in between our employee parking. Wabash General Hospital, people you know, helping people you love.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Edge with 0% for 60 months and Ford F-150s with 0% financing. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L for $459 per month and 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks up to $11,000 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Welcome back. Time to talk weather here tonight. More of the same story, although heat and humidity will start to build back in after a fairly few awesome days out there weather-wise. Again, nothing showing up rain-wise. We could certainly use some rain across. It's been a while since we've seen any of that precipitation. 77 degrees our high temperature today, following a cool morning low of 55. We missed a record low by just 1 degree. That's how unseasonal this weather has been. 88 is our normal high this time of year, and we're going to surpass that soon. Putting our forecast map into motion, here's what we saw throughout the morning this morning. On this Wednesday, clouds holding at bay, no precipitation to speak of as we move throughout the night. We will see a few clouds pass through here or there. Just to show that rain does exist, you'll see some occasional flurries of green out there on the map. I'm not talking snow flurries by any stretch, but just some occasional green specks showing up out there, but nothing making its way here anytime soon. Forecast map for tonight painting a cool picture. Look at Mount Carmel, 50 degrees under clear skies tonight, low 50s across the area, and I suppose we can't rule out a few readings in the upper 40s at times. Brr. Then for your Thursday, we'll slowly start to warm things back up. Temperatures right at the 80-degree mark, region-wide with plenty of sunshine. Tomorrow night, not quite as cold. Will be in the mid to upper 50s, 54 the cool spot up in Effingham, but 58 in Carmi. And then for your Friday, 86 the high temperature in Albion, 85 in Olney, 87 in Mount Carmel, Carmi, and McLeansboro, and will warm up even more from there. Mostly clear tonight, another cool one, overnight low, right back down to 50 degrees tonight. Then for your extended forecast, I can't get you any rain on the map, but we do have plenty of sun, and the warm-up will go from 81 Thursday to 96 by Tuesday. The heat and humidity building back into the area beginning this weekend. That's your forecast. Sports is next. Stay with us.
You already know that the First National Bank is your real community bank, but have you met our people? It's the people inside that make us a community bank. We live here, we work here, we're your neighbors and your friends. When you bank with us, your money is reinvested in your community. At the First National Bank, our customers are more than an account number. People are the reason for this community. We're your hometown bank, serving the area since 1906. We are the First National Bank, where our people make the difference. Come see us today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Welcome back. Time for sports. To combat a shortage of athletic officials, Mount Carmel High School is joining other Little Illini Conference members in raising the pay officials get. At the school board meeting Monday night, the board accepted Athletic Director Kyle Buss's recommendation to increase the per-game pay for officials in all sports, which increases the rate across all conference schools to a rate that's higher than most in the area. The shortage is affecting ACES football this fall, as 3 games now have had to be rescheduled, with the latest being the September 13th game at Robinson, now set for Saturday the 14th in Robinson. The pay increase is more than what other surrounding schools in central and southern Illinois are paying, and hopes to lure officials here. High school golf yesterday, Mount Carmel's boys saw Colin Kelsey and Hatcher Knipe tie for medalist honors with a round of 36, but Massac County did take first in the team score with 157. Harrisburg was third. The Aces second at 161. Also, the Lady Aces knocked off Castle yesterday, 144 to 162. Lady Aces Zimmy Moore, medalist with a 33. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.